Good morning. After 3 trips, get myself up here. The cedar is now here for the corners. So that's my first job. I'm going to form a U shape over there on this one. We're going to do just a one-piece reveal all the way around there. Sort of goal post that in. Get your words out, Rich. And then we're going to do the same on this door. We're going to external corner that, and we're going to external corner that. That's my first job. The bottom of the side cladding, and then this one will go bottom of the board up to the top, go on there like that, and I'll sand this off then just to take the sharp edge off, go on like that, glued onto there, there we go, nice and tidy. I'm going to use this 5-minute glue. I think we use this on the boards on the roof, I think, and on the floor in there. So I use a spot of this, just put it on the inside of the mitre, because if we put it on the front it'll all foam out, so put this on the inside of the mitre and smear it on so it doesn't come out too much. But just try and maintain the mitre then, because it's external. Mitres do tend to move quite a lot externally, which I don't normally do them, but I think this cedar warrants it a little bit, so we'll see. Right, I've got the stainless steel pins in with an ear pinner. So I'll pin these mitres for now, just to make sure it sets. And then I can 16 gauge pin it to the edge then, to the face. Now I'm not sure you'll be able to see this on the video, but you may be able to see it's quite a sharp mitre now. And all I've done is here, I'll show you now, is a joiner showed me this years and years and years ago. So all you do just to take the sharpness off your mitre is get your hammer, make sure it's clean obviously, and then just a little bit of pressure, and then sort of rub it like that on the mitre. In fact, I don't think it was a joiner, I think it was my dad. My dad will shout at me now because he'll say, I showed you that. Right, so you just rub it on the mitre like that. And all it does, it just takes the sharpness off your mitre. And then, rather than sanding, because what happens if you sand it, it's a bit too harsh. So that's all you do. You can run the sandpaper over it as well. But again, I don't know if you can see it, because I try and get in the shade. All that's done now is it's just took the sharpness off the mitre and finishes it off really nice now without sanding. There we go. And plus, if you sand it, you know, a little bit of sawdust gets in there and makes it look like it's a nice finished mitre, but then it might not be. But yeah, and say if you can see it, it's just rounds the edge off, and I'll take the sandpaper over that gently now. But there we go. Bit of a tip for you. Right, one down. 7 more to go. Got some mitre around there. Dressed to the bottom of the cladding there, and I'll put this piece of trim on to cover up the edge of the cladding because it's a little bit short. So there you are. Let's carry on. finish it off now with one of these trend, like a flush cut saw. I use it for all my oak pegs and things when if I'm doing stairs or whatever. I just cut these because there's no set on it, you see, so you can cut flush with it. It doesn't mark up. It's good for this as well if you don't want to mark the timber. You don't want to use any aggressive saw on this. Even though it's hardwood, it is quite brittle, so it will cut and sand really easy. And likewise mark really easy as well. It is quite soft. There we go. Run the sandpaper across that. Turn that down. That's more like it. Nice bit of a gap round there. Level with the other cladding. Mark that. So now to put the glue. And now off we go again. Well, I can't get to that back edge, but I'll put glue on it and that'll stick to the internal ply in the packer, so that's good. Right, happy with that. I want a bit of sandpaper across the front, very gently, and that one's done. Move on to the main doors, I think. Oh, no, I'll do this external corner next. This time to make it a little bit easier is I'm going to put a bit of mitre bond on the corners, on this top corner first, and then at least when I hold it together it'll give me a bit of a good line to work to then, and then if I glue the rest of it, spot at the bottom as well. What we'll do is turn this round. All that like that now. Gives me half a chance. Just round the bottom. Right, I can go ahead now without having to faff and hold it, because this other glue is 5 minutes, so I've got time now. You make this 23 gauge pin nailer. It's so small you can't see it, so you can afford to use it a bit more than you would do normal nails. Don't have to worry about filling, so it's great. Definitely worth an investment if you do any kind of joinery, definitely, or any kind of fine stuff like this where you need a bit of extra hole with glue. You don't want loads of filling holes, definitely better. Right, happy with that. Same again with my old rubbing the mitre. A bit of glue. Hear the knocking, that's the window company have come back to fix that piece of glass, if you remember, that was wrong in the toilet. They're doing that today, so that's finished as well today, which is nice. Right, when you're doing any fixing with glue outside, especially this stuff, contact stuff, and especially the mitre bond, what you don't want to do is put it on both sides, that side and that side, there and there. Because of the separate movement, it'll just rip your mitre apart. So one side, that one will move independently of this, and this one will stick to this and it'll move this way independently. So it's always better just to fix one side, or glue one side, should I say. Now you notice I've glued that one, but pinned that one, but the pins will move, because only fine pins, they'll move anyway, so I'm not worried about that. It won't split it because it's too far enough in. If it was on the edge I'd be concerned, but it's not, so that'll move no problem at all. All I've just done off camera then is because I was having my lunch and I'd finished and I carried on without putting the camera on, in honesty. So all I've done is I've double mitered this now to go around the end, which I'll turn the camera in a minute and show you. The right hand side around the little wall that we stuck on the right hand side there. So I'll cut this to length and then I'll make up the U shape and fix it on. And hopefully it's going to be that simple. There's no reason why it shouldn't be, but let's wait and see. 12. 12. Cut this on the face because I've cut the miters off first. Oh well. Right, that's cut. That's the face. I've already got my side cut, which I shall cut the same height. And I'll glue that on and I'll know where I am then when I return. So I'll glue this on first. Which one do I want on the left and right? I don't think it matters. No. So, the same again I think. Bit of mitre bond on the edge. And then 5-minute glue in the middle. I watched an American guy a few months ago called I think he's called the finishing carpenter, and he called it mitre tape. He was making some oak boxes up to like a fake oak beam, and he did this with all taped and then just folded it. It looked really good, but that's a bit extreme for me in this instance, I think. Plus, knowing this country, we probably haven't even realised you can get mitre tape yet because we're so far behind America with tools and things. We also pay an extortion to make more as well, which annoys me. Especially if, like me, you like your Milwaukee stuff. This is where you need a mate, but I ain't got none. There we go. Using the mitre mate just gives you that extra pair of hands because it holds the two ends now, and I can just go along as I did before, pull the mitre together, fire the pins in, get the mitre nice and tight. Now I know this will may become futile really, because it's an external mitre, and when I say I mean external, outside, and they're going to move and it'll open up anyway, but I don't really care about that. I want it to look nice when I've done it, to know I've made the effort to do it. Right, there we go. The glue seepage, I'll sort that out. Right, it's a pity that's not inside, because I'm happy with that. Then if you can fully see it on there, let's have a look. That's all nice and tidy now. It's just a pity it's outside. There we go. Right, I'll pin that for now. Check my other mitre. Right, I'm all done out here anyway. What I want to do now is fit a door in there. So I'm going to get the old hinge jig out and give that a go. I've only used it a handful of times. I think I saw Robin Clevitt use it once, I think, a while ago. I thought that looks all right, I'll give that a go. Until that point, I'm very much a traditional mark around your hinge with a Stanley knife and cut them out by the chisel. But there you go. So that's all corner on there now. Goes all the way around and the cladding. Done one all the way around there. That's all done. This corner one's on there. Put the one around here. I may move that over about 50mm now to make sure it's centre. And that one's on there. Running down the bottom. So there we are, that job's done.